Consumer debt is one of those things that creeps up on you. One minute you're swiping your card for a quick coffee or a new gadget, and the next, you're staring at a bill that makes you break out in a cold sweat. Unfortunately, this scenario is becoming all too common today. With cost of living on the rise, more and more people are turning to credit to make ends meet. But what happens when that debt starts to spiral out of control? How can we stop it? And what can we do to pay it off? As of 2024, Americans are carrying a staggering amount of consumer debt, with credit card balances alone crossing the $1 trillion mark. This isn't just the big spenders either. The everyday consumer is finding it harder to pay off their balances, and interest rates aren't helping. With the Federal Reserve keeping rates high to combat inflation, the average credit card interest rate has climbed to over 20%, making it even tougher to dig out of debt. Where is it coming from? A big part of it comes down to the rising cost of living. Everything from groceries to gas has gotten more expensive, and salaries haven't kept up with inflation. As a result, many people are relying on credit to cover basic expenses. Add in unexpected costs like medical bills or car repairs, and it's easy to see how debt can snowball. Carrying a lot of debt doesn't just hurt your wallet, it can have a ripple effect on your entire life. For one, there's the stress and anxiety. Worrying about how you're going to pay off your bills or if you'll ever get out of debt can take a toll on your mental and physical health. It eats away at your dreams. Want to buy a house, start a business, or take a well-deserved vacation? High debt levels can make those feel absolutely impossible to achieve. Rising consumer debt can also have broader economic consequences. When people are bogged down by debt, they tend to cut back on spending, which can slow down the economy, pushing it into recession territory. This contraction of spending means companies lose money, so they cut jobs. This loss of income now means consumers default on their loans, creating a credit crunch, making it harder for everyone to borrow money. So how do we beat debt? While the situation might seem a bit bleak, the good news is that it's not hopeless. If you're struggling with debt, there are steps you can take to get back on track. Here's how you can start tackling that mountain of debt. 1. Face the numbers. The first step to getting out of debt is to get a clear picture of what you owe. It might be tempting to ignore those credit card statements and avoid the debt collectors calling, but burying your head in the sand won't make the debt go away. Take a deep breath, gather all of your bills, and add up how much you owe. Knowing the full scope of your debt is crucial for making a plan. 2. Create a budget. Now that you know how much you owe, it's time to figure out how to pay it off. That's where budgeting comes in. Start by tracking your income and expenses to see where your money is going each month. Then, look for areas where you could cut back. Do you really need that streaming subscription? Are you actually using that gym membership, or can you take walks and runs around your neighborhood instead? Redirecting even small amounts toward your debt can make a big difference over time. This budget will also tell you very clearly if you're actually making enough money. It may mean going out and picking up a second job or freelancing. 3. Prioritize your debts. Not all debts are created equal. Some might have higher interest rates while others might have stricter terms. Prioritize paying off high-interest debts first, as they're the ones that can grow the fastest. One popular strategy is the debt avalanche method, where you focus on paying off the debt with the highest interest rate first, while making minimum payments on the others. Once that's paid off, move on to the next highest rate, and so on. Another approach is the debt snowball method, where you start by paying off your smallest debt first. This method gives you quick wins, which can boost your motivation to tackle larger debts. Choose the strategy that works best for you and stick with it. 4. Consider consolidation or refinancing. If you're juggling multiple debts, consolidating them into a single loan with a lower interest rate might be a good option. Debt consolidation can simplify your payments and potentially save you money on interest. Just be sure to shop around for the best rates and terms. Refinancing is another option if you have high-interest loans, such as credit card debt. Look for a lower-interest personal loan or a balance transfer credit card with an introductory 0% APR offer to reduce your interest costs. Once again, make sure you do your research into terms and time limits for that intro offer. 5. Negotiate with creditors. It might sound intimidating, but reaching out to your creditors could help you manage your debt more effectively. Here's the thing, they'd rather you pay some of the debt than none of it. So in some cases, they might be willing to lower your interest rate, reduce your monthly payments, or even settle for a smaller amount if you can pay off the debt in a lump sum. It never hurts to ask, and the worst they can say is no. 6. Seek professional help. If your debt feels unmanageable or you're not sure where to start, consider reaching out to a credit counseling agency. These agencies can help you create a debt management plan, negotiate with creditors on your behalf, and provide guidance on budgeting and financial planning. Just be sure to choose a reputable agency, as there are scams out there that prey on people in debt. 7. Stay committed and celebrate progress. Getting into debt didn't happen overnight, so you won't solve it overnight. But staying committed to your plan is key. Set small milestone goals and then celebrate your progress along the way, whether it's paying off a credit card or simply sticking to your budget for a few months. Every step you take brings you one step closer to financial freedom. Consumer debt is a growing concern both in America and globally, but it doesn't have to control your life. By facing your debt head-on, creating a plan, and staying disciplined, you can take back control of your finances. Remember, the journey to becoming debt-free is a marathon, not a sprint. Take it one step at a time, and before you know it, you'll be on your way to a brighter financial future. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked the video, share it with a friend. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.